What's going on, Miami Heat Nation? It's your boy, Miami Heat Network, back with another collab video with my boy Martel. I will put his link in the description. Go check out his channel too. He does cover the Miami Heat. We've been talking in the DMs about this whole Dame Lillard saga and this whole trade situation, which just been out of hand. And we're just going to talk about the state of the Miami Heat this offseason, and mainly just about Dame Lillard and some players that we are willing to trade and players we're not willing to trade because we don't want to give up our whole roster for Dame Lillard. Like, I get it. He's a top point guard in this league, but we're not about to give our whole bench or all of our depth for us to sacrifice to get this boy over here. So make sure y'all drop a like, subscribe, and comment. And Martel, what's going on, my man?
What's up, man? I mean, my main thing with this, there's just so many things. There's so many reporters saying different things. You know, 1 minute the Miami Heat want to keep Tyler Hero, then he's in a trade. 1 minute Joe Cronin's talking to the Heat, and then all of a sudden now we're not. So it's just weird to see how this trade's going to go, who's going to be involved. Caleb Martin, Jaime Jaquez Jr., Nikola Jovic, Tyler Hero. There's so many other teams too with Ayton from the Phoenix Suns. You have Buddy Hield now who wants to be traded. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the Miami Heat can land, you know, Damian Lillard. I just think that the Blazers are pretty much getting the best offer. If they really wanted to trade Damian Lillard, which I'm surprised they didn't, because everything that they've been doing in terms of drafting Scoot, Sharp, Simons, they've wanted to go young for the past few years. I don't understand why now, all of a sudden now, you know, now they're telling Dame, well, now we want to go young. That's pretty much what they've been doing this whole time.
Yeah, man. So I'm going to look at it for both point of views, right? I'm going to look at the Portland Trailblazers side. I can't stand Joe Cronin, right? The dude's a liar. He's making his organization look bad. And it's a bad look for Scoot Henderson. And the reason why I say that, and I know we're Heat Nation over here, but just look at it at their side real quick. Scoot Henderson is going to be their next Dame in a sense, right? That's their guy. So if Dame, who's been loyal to this organization his whole career, he could have been anywhere else. He decided to stay in Portland. The two best players he ever played with in his career are LaMarcus Aldridge and CJ McCollum. The farthest he ever went was the Western Conference Finals against Steph Curry, where they got swept. That's the farthest he ever went in his career playing with this team, right? The Portland Trailblazers, the main point I'm trying to get at is they had him his whole career. He finally got tired of it, sick of it. And if you notice, Dame has been getting more injured each season more frequently, right? Not like back in the day, he wasn't injury prone. And I don't want to call him injury prone because he's not, but these injuries are definitely building up. He's definitely getting older. He realizes this is not it. I got to move on. So he finally moves on, and the Portland Trailblazers GM says, you know what? You don't need no trade clause. We got you. Then the next minute, what are they doing? They're pretty much holding him hostage in a sense because he doesn't have a trade clause. They have all the leverage in the world against Miami and against Dame. He doesn't need to be shipped off to Miami, and they know that. So they're trying to wait for the best offer. There's no offers. You know why? Because no team wants to trade for a star player like Dame, who came out publicly, well, in a sense, right, and pretty much says, I want to play for Miami. Dame is a professional basketball player. He's not going to be like James Harden, who's going to get fat, he's not going to do all that. Mm-hmm. He's going to do it in a polite way. And so this is why it hasn't got messy yet, because Dame is just being professional, which is fine. But this is not going to go nowhere. It's going to go nowhere if Joe Cronin doesn't get out his period and Pat Riley, it's like what's that word? They're just being like, I don't know the damn word, but they're not even talking to each other. They're not. So like all these reports you said you brought up was, 24 hours, Dame's going to get traded. That night, crazy. You know what's crazy, Martel? That
Twitter was all up. Twitter was up all night.
I didn't sleep. When I was getting tired, I set alarms on my phone. I'm like, okay, 30 minutes each. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm saying Dame's not getting traded, bro. I'm going to bed. And then we're waking up to reports. Miami is not even in talking to them. What is it? What is going on, Martel? Please tell me. And you may say about the trade package, who are you willing to give up?
My thing is, though, I think if you're able to give up, which people are gonna have to understand, you have to give something to get something. So you're gonna have to get off of Nikola Jovic. You're gonna have to get off of Jaime Jaquez Jr. To be honest, I think that the Miami Heat can keep Tyler and Caleb because you have the Utah Jazz. They just came out and said that we want Tyler Hero. We're willing to give up picks and a player. Obviously, it's not going to come towards the Miami Heat. Any assets, they're all going to Portland. That's why we're going to have multiple teams involved. So for people to say that the Miami Heat's offer isn't good, I understand what they're saying, but you're getting two young players, and a bunch of other teams are going to be giving you young players and assets. How much more do you really want for Damian Lillard? I don't really see Dame because, all right, like I know that you mentioned that he was hurt for most of the season, especially like these last two seasons. They told him to sit out halfway through. That's how they got Scoot. That's how they got Sharp. That's how they got Simons. They've pretty much been tanking. Same thing like with the whole no trade clause. They told Dame, listen, if this doesn't work out here in Portland, we're going to send you to where you want to go. You don't need a trade clause. That's the only reason why he didn't get one. There's a lot of people saying, well, how come he signed the contract? He signed the contract under the assumption that the Blazers were actually going to compete and actually win. They're not doing that. And they lied to the man. And then all of a sudden now when Dame's ready to go, the most loyal guy in the NBA, he didn't stack the deck. He didn't jump from team to team. He didn't try to go to the Lakers or join the Bucks. The one time he wants to go to the Miami Heat now, the whole NBA is against it. And that's pretty much what it is. Because like I said, I think that a deal could be formulated where, and you can say that we can kind of gut the roster if you give up, Jaime Jaquez Jr., Nikola Jovic, all of our first round picks. I think that's good because, like I said, the Blazers could potentially get Ayton, potentially get Buddy Hield. You have the Utah Jazz that are willing to come in, give Portland a first-round pick, take Tyler Hero. So there's a lot of different things, in terms of a huge 3-14 trade package to where the Blazers should be satisfied. I don't understand how much really they want more from, like the Miami Heat.
I think what's really going on is that the Portland Trail Blazers realize they lost a good one. And they're trying to hold. So think about it as like a divorce, right? You don't want to let go. Okay, say the dude doesn't want to let go of his wife, right? But the wife is like already out the door. Her it's already out the door, but it hasn't been settled yet through court. Mm-hmm. Portland Trailblazers are trying to find any way to make sure he stays here. And that's why they're waiting so long into heading into training camp. But we're September 23rd. Training camp is what, the 2nd or the 4th of October? Whenever it's coming up. They're trying to hold him so long, and they're making these little moves like bringing in bum players. Like they're just bringing in bums right now, right? To fill out the roster for a training camp spot. They're trying to hold him hostage in a sense. Because you know why they're trying to do that? Because they know Dame is on contract. He has to show up. They know he's a professional, and they know he's not going to miss training camp, and they know he's going to play games. So they're like, let's just keep holding him. Why not? Let's keep doing it. Now, they're going to be mad at me, but at the end of the day, it's a business, right? That's what they're looking at. But the thing is, I don't understand is the Portland Trailblazers, even if Dame does go there, they're still not going nowhere. Like, even with Scoot being there, the team still sucks, right? I think the best option for Portland to do is they're already building their future, right? Shaedon Sharp keeps taking leaps. Simons plays better without Dame because he gets more shot attempts. He's like another CJ McCollum in a sense, but I personally think a little bit better, right? And then you have all those rookies. Say if you get those first-round picks from Miami, those are first-round picks in the future with Scoot Henderson. So you already have your big three. Say you get Yami. That's another player you can develop. Just go that route. Why are we not going that route? And if we have to give up Caleb Martin, fine. I love Caleb Martin, but if we have to, I'm fine with it.
That's a huge hit, though. That's a huge hit. Because
it's a huge hit. Don't get me wrong.
It's a huge hit.
But they're probably like, because we lost Strus, right? We lost Strus. We lost Gabe Vincent and shit like that. But like Martell, let's be honest. I don't think we mortgage our team for Dame. But if they're asking, I want Caleb Martin, you have to do it.
So you're willing to then trade because, mind you, they're not necessarily even going to act. Well, they might ask for Caleb Martin, but Caleb Martin also might be sent to Phoenix if the Trailblazers get DeAndre Ayton. So remember, there's going to be a bunch of teams involved. So potentially going out, Caleb Martin, Tyler Hero. So Caleb's possibly going to Phoenix. Tyler's possibly going to either Utah because, once again, they came out saying they're willing to participate. Then you got Jaime and Jovic going to the Blazers along with first round picks.
Hey, I will say this. I don't think they both go, though.
Well, I mean, listen, at this point, I don't know what the Blazers really want.
I think they want one, and I think they want Yami. I don't think Jovic goes. So, okay, we give up Yami. If there's somehow we keep Tyler Hero, that's not happening. But so we give up Yami and Tyler Hero and some first round picks and this filler like Lowry or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with it. But if they ask for Caleb Morin for another team, like a fourth team, like the Phoenix Suns or whatever the case may be, I'm in a sense I'm kind of still with it, just because of the fact that Caleb Morin signed a 3-year deal, correct?
Yeah, so we're going to be paying him this coming summer, I believe.
So he got a 3-year deal. The next step got to be Jovic to take that next leap. Simple as that. He needs to take that next leap. I know we're trying to win a championship and stuff like that, but I'm also thinking of championship, but also our future, because Jimmy's only getting older, and to be honest with you, we trade Dame. I mean, we trade Tyler Hero, and Dame doesn't stay long term in a sense of like just retiring or whatever the case may be. Maybe that could be another video, which we could talk about, because I think that actually gets interesting as soon as we get rid of Tyler Hero. Like, what's our future? But we could talk about that in another video, because I just want to talk about that separately. But I'm personally willing to do anything at this point. I know I don't want to mortgage our team in a sense, but Martell, I get it. We're Heat Nation. We always surprise people.
In.
Yeah,
we got to go all in.
We got to, because this is not the only offseason where we're missing out on stars. Remember Kevin Durant, Donovan Mitchell. There's even Kyrie Irving that was thrown up. You know, there was a lot of stars that were just brought up to the Heat, and we just didn't capitalize. We have to capitalize for a player that's coming out and saying, I want to play for the Heat. It wasn't like Kyrie said, I want to play for the Heat. KD, Mitchell, they didn't come out and say that. No, Dame is saying that. So if a player's saying that, come on, Pat Riley, let's bring him to our team. Simple as that, bro.
It's tough. You know, I think it's more or less where, because to be honest, I know people don't want to run it back, but if we were to run it back, this team would be solid. The only reason why I wouldn't want to trade Caleb Martin is, think about it. You have Caleb Martin and Josh Richardson. You have two guys that are potentially even coming off the bench together that are pretty much the same players. Good defenders, good three-point shooters, athletic. They can guard the other team's best guard. That is tremendous to have pretty much two Swiss Army knives or two Bruce Browns. Think about it like that. You got two Bruce Browns on your team now, two athletic wings that can take so much pressure off of Jimmy Butler. That's the only reason why I wouldn't want to trade Caleb, because if you can keep those two guys, those are championship pieces right there. But like you said, if it's for Dame, you got to cash it all in. It is what it is, you know.
Yeah, it is. It's tough. Like when you look, because you can look at different point of views all the time. Like, damn, we could have this or that. My concern is Kyle Lowry being our starting point guard for 82 games.
Hell no.
And then heading into the postseason and expecting to perform, because that's the case right now. We have no starting guard at the moment. Like, we can go out there. Who is it?
It's well, then it would be Tyler, and then it'll be Richardson.
Yeah.
But the problem is they're going to be gassed, man.
Yeah,
especially Bam and Jimmy, they're going to be gassed going into the playoffs, bro. Gassed.
No, they are. They definitely are. And the thing is, we all know they miss time. And Jimmy takes games off.
He takes games off.
He takes games off. So we can't afford to be in a play-in again and then working our ass up again to get into the playoffs and then fighting in the first round to the second.
It's exhausting. We
can't. So with Dame being there, Jimmy could take his time off in a sense, because we got Dame and Bam. And then with our depth pieces already, and hopefully Jovic taking the next leap and stuff like that. Richardson over there. I love the addition of Thomas Bryant for regular season, not the postseason. But little stuff like that, I'm willing to accept it. But if we have Kyle Lowry and we got Tyler Hero, those are our two guards in a sense for the year, we're fucked. And I said this last year, 2 years ago, I believe. No, I think it was last year, where I was like, yo, this team sucks. But guess what? They proved us wrong. you know, so they continue to prove us wrong. And I always like to say this. Spo's not a player, but whenever he's out there coaching, he's better than the coach that he's going against every single time. I don't care what anybody says. If he's not the best coach, he's the second best coach.
No, he is the best coach in the NBA, because he's able to do more with less.
Yeah, easily.
He's able to do more with less.
So that gives us like a boost, a huge boost. So I'm definitely excited. We'll see, but I'm glad me and Martel gonna have another episode talking about the future because that's very interesting to see when Tyler is gone. What's next? So we can make another episode about that, and he's gonna be gone. He's gonna be gone.
We have to do what Milwaukee did. They gave up a lot to get Drew Holiday, but they won the chip.
We need to win something.
Just from Dame's gravity on the court alone, he's pulling up from half court. Think about it. You have to guard that. Now you have Jimmy Butler open, Bam Adebayo open. It completely opens up the whole floor for everybody. Also, to Duncan Robinson. You're telling me now that when you have Damian Lillard on the court and he's pulling up from half court, you have Duncan Robinson now that's going to get not even just good looks, great looks.
And and that's a great point you bring it up. And you know who I'm really high on? Haywood Highsmith and Jamal Cain. I really love Haywood. I really like him. Offensively, hopefully he continues to get better. But I'm so big on Jamal Cain. I think it's because I watched him play in person. I watched him play, and he was balling in the summer league for us. He was doing his thing. So hopefully these players can step up. We're known for that, right? We look what we give. Look what we did to Gabe, and look what we did to Max Strus. They got their bag now. You know why? Because they play really well for us. So we'll definitely see. I expect Bam to have another good year defensively, offensively, and we'll keep you guys updated at this point because I'm honestly tired of making rumor videos. I'm tired of it because
bro, it's crazy, man.
I go look at your channel and I'm like, let me see if Martel's making another rumor video. And then I'm like, if he is, I'm gonna go drop one. But bro, it's just too much at this point because they're just different. It's different stuff. I just don't know. So, yep. But let us know in the comment sections what you guys think. If you guys want us on more, we definitely got some stuff popping and ready for the season. Definitely going to be excited for that. But yeah, drop a like, comment, subscribe, give me the 5K, and Martel, talk.
All right, man. So like we were saying earlier, subscribe to both of our channels. They're both going to be right in the description box. And like you were saying, what we're going to try to do is that we're going to have streams after the game where people can come in, give their takes, and we can kind of talk about the game. So like, share, comment, subscribe as we continue to both grow our channels. Thank you, guys.
Peace.